Big day here in Milan. The qualifying round, winning you move on, lose and your Olympic dreams are over. We'll start with the first game of the day. Germany taking care of business against France. 5-1 the final. Best game of the tournament we've seen from the Germans so far?
Yeah, especially their top six. You know, they're finding some chemistry. We talked to Leon Draisaitl, and he said it took him a little bit of time to find that cohesion. And Grubauer had just a fantastic game. But we got what we needed, a Leon Draisaitl game, and they are off into the quarters.
And they will face Slovakia in the quarterfinals coming up tomorrow. Which team has more depth at this point, do you think?
I think Germany, they just hadn't played up to their potential in their top six. And I think if they find that, they have more depth than the Slovakian team. But the Slovakian team has that belief factor, and they have Juraj Slavkovsky.
Switzerland takes care of business against Italy, 3-0. Another shutout. Leonardo Giannoni. Leonardo da Vinci. Just a masterful performance between the pipes.
Yeah, 3-0 at this tournament, and he's got a goals against average under 1, which is just incredible. And this Swiss team is just riding their stars to the quarters.
If you're Italy and you take anything away from this, Anaheim Duck fans have to be happy with what's coming maybe down the pipeline in a couple of years. Damian Clara.
Yeah, well, you got Dostal and Clara. Come on.
Next up, Switzerland gets to face Finland. That'll be a tough test for the Swiss. Depth at this point, injuries to key names, big names. Is it going to catch up with them at some point?
Well, they still have 9 NHL players on their roster, but I just think the Finnish team is just a little too deep, especially their bottom six. They're going to wear them down, and they got UC Saros back there, which is just the goalie of the tournament other than Giannoni right now.
Goaltending matchup is going to be key in this one, right?
Huge.
All
Big
right.
time, so.
Czechia beats Denmark. Closest quarterfinal or qualifying matchup of the day. Marty Necas, he has been the guy from start to finish of this tournament for Team Czechia.
Yeah, he's been superb. Has a goal and 2 assists tonight, and just played a great hockey game. And this team hasn't played their best, but he's been the best player for them, and hopefully they can have a little bit of magic here.
All right, the biggest test coming tomorrow against Canada for the second time of this tournament. How does round 2 play out?
It's going to be tough. It's going to be al dente, I think, for them tomorrow, facing this Canadian team that just has so much talent up front and are just playing I mean, it's been the best team in the tournament. So
Sweden over Latvia. They move on to the quarterfinals for the Sweden team. A couple of big scratches in this game. Rasmus Andersson, Jesper Bratt, yet the depth on Team Sweden certainly, that helps them moving forward.
Well, we talk about Lucas Raymond having just a breakout tournament, Rasmus Dahlin as well. They're I'd say they're up there with Canada and US on their depth, and tonight they showed it in full effect, and I think it's going to be, they have the toughest road as well getting to the finals, but again, they're one of the deepest teams in this tournament.
So they get Team USA coming up, and like you said, it is the biggest matchup that we have right now coming up in the quarterfinals. Team USA has not beaten Sweden at the Olympics since 1960.
What?
Yeah, 1960. It's
what?
been more than 60 years. So what does 2026 here in Italy look like?
Well, the Kachucks are going to have something to say about that. But again, I think it's going to come down to goaltending. I think it's going to be Markstrom versus Hellebuck. And we'll see if one of those guys can have a big moment and maybe steal a game.
All right, before we send it back, it is the Prima Stella del Giorno, and you have a special surprise for us.
Yes.
In this one. What are you working with?
Hold my beer.
Oh, boy.
All right, we're going to go. First, we're going Marty Necas with the quote of the tournament and the game of the tournament right now with a goal and 2 assists. But wait.
What was the quote of the tournament?
Well, he said, we let Canada win because we knew we weren't going to beat them 2 in a row.
There you go.
Great quote. Check out our socials. You'll see it.
All right, that's number 1. What else we got? Oh, here we go.
And here we have the
Hey!
Tronor. We have Lucas Raymond right now, who, like I said, having a breakout tournament. He is second in the Olympics right now, in men's hockey Olympics, in points right now, just behind Connor McDavid.
All right, honorable mention for Trey Kroner, right?
Yes.
Am I only nitpicking thing? They didn't wear the yellow today. They wore the navy. Whatever, they got it done, but those are the best.
Markstrom looked scary.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
You look pretty good
Thank
yourself. All right, on to the quarterfinals in Milan coming up on Wednesday.